afternoon, guys. Oh my god. It has been a morning. Oh my god. So, I've run a few speed tests, and we seem to consistently be getting 20 up, which I haven't seen that in about a month. So, oh, sorry, give me a minute. I've been raiding pretty hard. But yeah. I wasn't going to stream today, and then I figured, you know what? No, we're not going to let Suddenlink win. We're gonna stream while we seem to be getting some uploads, so let's start by pushing the button here. Hi! Oh my god. So yeah, Brood got in contact with them, and they were trying to troubleshoot and said, oh, your area's in an outage. And it's like, yeah, about 80% of Texas is, and has been for several months. So, whatever, it's suddenly working now, so... Let's just go. Alright, so... Not going to be doing New Game Plus, we're going to do actual New Game. We're going to be little babies and not have anything, which is good because I haven't played this game in a while, so there are a few things I've forgotten, I'm sure. And I'm sure there were several things I didn't even know about for as long as I played this game the first time. Oh, you get to keep your battalions too? Ah. Okay, none of this stuff is significant unless you've played the game, so don't worry about it. If you have any Fire Emblem character amiibo, try scanning them up the amiibo gazebo in the monastery. Who knows what may happen? It is actually called amiibo gazebo, and it makes me giggle every time. Hey, Galaxy. Sorry I faked you out there, but I figured we may as well try to get a stream in while this is cooperating. Oh, man. If you'd like to carry over your data from the end of game to create a new game plus file, no. Okay, so... Honestly, I should probably play on hard, but I don't want to. Especially not after everything I dealt with this morning. So we're playing on normal. If I recall correctly, normal and hard were the only options originally, and then they added in maddening, which... The title does not lie. But yeah, we're playing on normal. And, we're gonna be playing on casual. Because, in classic mode, if your character dies in battle, they're actually dead forever. And, I am too attached to any of these, to all of these people, so... We're playing on casual. What is this game? Never heard of it. This is Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is the first Fire Emblem game that I have ever played. And I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do. The writing is not great. And the English voice acting is a little bit iffy sometimes. And apparently the English translations of some of the scenes are very different and have a different tone than the original Japanese scenes, so that's an interesting note as well, but... Yeah, we'll go ahead and play online. I'll explain what that does in a little bit. And look, I can make my little— oh, she didn't run very long. Yeah, this is originally Japanese. I hope my camera's not gonna block anything important, but here's our story. She's fine. I used to have some sandals like that. It's like a fight from Soul Calibur. Oh yeah, anime times now. Okay, yeah. There we go. Just go punch him.
Tell me, Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved.
Hi, Brood.
He's gone now, Mother.
My head's still hurting, but I took some Advil, so it's starting to subside.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
The story's somehow connected to the previous games of the series.
I wonder how you got in here.
Yeah, same response as Brood. I have no idea, really. It's possible that the people we have might be some distant descendants of people from other games, but I'm not sure. I've seen a few people post about that, but I don't know if that's just like, you know, fan theory or an actual thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the text on auto advance. I'll stop it if I need to stop and, you know, talk, but for the most part I'm just gonna let it ride, because, it's easier.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Okay, so we can be a dude. Or we can wear short shorts. And have massive boobs. They don't look that big at this angle. Just wait. It is unreal. Angry Lady was talking about things which sounded like in previous episodes. Yeah, that'll be explained a little bit later. Yes, Advil is my hero. Love my ibuprofen. We're going to be playing as Lady Byleth here. Is this form correct? Yes.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Okay, so this game has a mechanic where as you converse with people, you can either gain points with them or lose points with them. You know, so if you only give them weird responses or tell them things that they don't like, they're not gonna like you. If you try to troll her, she's just kind of like, no, stop messing around, so.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
I need to sneeze, hang on. And we're back. Okay. And our default name is Byleth, which I thought was weird initially, but I actually really like it now, so we're going with Byleth. And yeah, like Brood said, you are meant to play this game over several times. There are 3 main paths and a 4th one that's kind of hidden between behind another path, and then DLC, which I'm not sure if I want to do the DLC run as part of like one of the last runs or as its own separate thing, because the DLC is difficult. And I've actually not played through it. Brood has, though. So yeah, this go around, we're just going to play one route. We're going to play the Blue Lions route. And this will take long enough on its own, so there will be another several months before we come back to this game. Is Byleth correct? Yes.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Okay, so the months are all named different things in this game. Gonna put my actual birthday in there. Because how sick is Red Wolf Moon? Ah, yeah.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
How convenient.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap.
Oh, that's a mood. That's how I'm feeling right now. God.
It is almost time to begin.
Technically, I've already had a nap today. I could go for another, though. Brood's alarm woke me up, and I tried to stay awake, and I managed about an hour, and then I was like, no.
Time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
Let's see, so what do we tell him about? Yeah, right? Alright, start the game. I'm gonna nap. It's just... this doesn't really matter, so...
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Hmm? Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Okay, so
Please
my
forgive
camera
our
actually,
intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Anyway, my camera blocks the, gonna get past those. Camera blocks, when I actually get approval from people. So if you hear that little noise, and I think you can see a little bit of the arrow. My camera's gonna be blocking anything, like, some things no matter where it is, because there is so much information on the screen once you get to actual battle, so... Let's see how many hours we have on these, actually. This is my original file. I'm up to 157, which is not bad. Considering that's a New Game Plus as well. Here are Brood's files. Yeah, let's go with 10. Just have to remember that's my streaming file. Oh yeah, look! Whee! It's motion controlled. How do I make her bounce? I don't remember. Might have been B. I didn't hit B. We'll find out later. This game is very long.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Alright, so now we're gonna learn how to play. Need to redo mine because I can't remember which file was accurate. I imagine the one with more time in it was, eh. So yeah, select to move a unit and then move next to an enemy. While your unit is next to an enemy, the command window will open. To attack, select the attack command and choose a weapon. Alright. So, we have our units here that we are actually in control of. There's me. This is Edelgard. Okay, good. That's not being blocked. This is Claude. He is our ranger. Edelgard uses an axe. And Dimitri uses a lance. We'll be seeing a lot more of him later. And Gerald is his own character. We are not in control of him at all. You can tell because he is green. Alright, this is our enemy here. We have Thief. He's got a sword. So... the blue squares are places where we can actually move our units. The red squares are... like their attack ranges. So... for instance, wait. Well, the red squares are the boundary.
I will prevail.
So if we move Edelgard up here, she can hit him. He can hit her. That's what that little red line is that's flashing. It's gonna take me a minute to remember what exactly I want to do here. Also, notice that when I have Edelgard selected, Byleth has a little talking symbol. You can actually have her talk. You spend a turn doing that, if I remember right, which I don't want to do. Can I... There we go. This purple thing here is going to indicate the range of the enemy. So this is all places where they can run up and actually attack you. The range is really wide here because this guy's range is like about that big. He has a lot of movement. Anyway, so we're gonna have Edelgard run up and attack him with her Iron Axe because that's our only option here. So she has 21 attack, 82% hit chance, and 5% crit. Let's do this. Okay, let's see how much of this my camera's blocking. What really sucks here is that you guys aren't going to see how much, well, you're not going to be able to see the stats for my person. Which is fine. We get defeat experience to your boy toy. Well, yeah, he's gonna come in and get the kill. Alright, so Edelgard gets a little bit of experience. You get experience per hit, not per kill. Oh, I guessed right! I thought you were talking about Heroes of Might and Magic. It's like, that's the only thing I can think of for that acronym. But yeah, turn-based strategy, which I don't play any of these. This is my first one ever. So I kind of want to try Banner Saga at some point, because I watched a playthrough of the first one, and oh my god, the story, and that's amazing. Okay, this game also has weapon durability. You can repair them, or you can just replace them, depending on what's cheaper. If you break it, it will become a broken sword, which you can still technically attack with, but it's not worth it. Okay, so Edelgard has attacked, and as Rude pointed out, I need to feed experience to Precious Boy Dimitri because I love him. And we'll have him attack as well with his Iron Lance. And you can see here that we're gonna finish him off.
You never had a chance.
Alright, battle menu. Use the battle menu to create bookmark saves, view tutorial guides, and more. To access it, press the A button when the cursor is on a space without an active unit. And battle phases. Once all of your units have taken action, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. You can end the player phase early by selecting End from the battle menu. There we go. Okay, so we still need to move Byleth and Claude up.
Stay focused.
And as you can see, since we took out that one guy, their range has decreased significantly. Do they even have any rangers? They don't. They're all just sword guys except for Costas up here. Bob Costas. Sure, we'll have her talk. Let's talk to Dimitri because I love him.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Yes, honey. Okay, so you saw some little hearts went up there. That just increased our little support there. And since I can't actively attack... Oh, wait. Can I talk? I can talk to Edelgard, too. Okay.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Alright. We can access a lot of other things. We don't have anything to really... I guess I'll explain this now. So items, obviously, you go into your menu, select an item you want, whether it's health, recovery, anything like that, and that'll take a turn. If you are next to a unit, you can trade items with them, which is good because they each have their own inventories. And if one of them picks up a key on the battlefield or something, and you have a chest somewhere that you're trying to get to, or there's a locked gate or something, you can go next to the person who grabbed the key, swap it off while they run off and do something else, and then you can go open the gate. There's also Convoy. Convoy is pretty much your actual big inventory, so it's like all the items you have stored up. You have a ridiculous amount of space for stuff. I've yet to actually need to throw anything away. So, if you need to give someone an item, only Byleth has the Convoy. The other things you can access with the other units, but yeah. And then there's Wait, which we'll have to do because we can't attack anything. Yeah, and as Bruce said, get used to the song because we'll be hearing it a lot. Okay, this is just telling you that bows are ranged attacks, in case you didn't know. The important thing is that their hit rate is reduced as range increases, which makes sense. They are highly effective against flyers like Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Riders.
Ready and willing. It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Sorry, I hit ZL there.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Oh my god, Dynasty Warriors! Which one did we have? Was it 8? That we played on PS3, and then there was that one level with all the fire, and the frame rate just dropped to like 2. That's the only Dynasty Warriors game I've ever played. Brood introduced me to that. That game is fun as hell. Alright, so we have terrain effects here. Certain terrain will have effects on the unit occupying it. Forests, for instance, raise the unit's evasion and defense. We'll be hiding in the bushes quite a bit. Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. Okay, bye. Alright. So we have 3 guys over here. Would not be a good idea to have them all rush us at once, so... Claude, unfortunately, is... little far behind. Let's see, his health is 26, Edelgard's is 29 max, Dimitri hasn't taken a hit. Edelgard's a little hurt, but she'll be okay. I don't think Claude's going to be able to hit anybody from this range. How far can Dimitri move up here? Okay, so he can get up to this bush. So they're all gonna rush Edelgard, which is not what we want. And Byleth can't really, there, we'll have her attract some of the attention here. It's probably a mistake, but hey.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Sometimes. The forest does not always save you. Alright, so we have different types of terrain here. Forests are not the only terrain type you will encounter. Keep an eye out for others, such as thickets and heel tiles. Heel tiles are sweet. Unfortunately, they usually put the strong enemies right on top of them, so you have to take out somebody big to get up to it. But in the course of doing that, you actually get some use out of the heal tile as soon as you get up to it, so there's that. You can see the effects of terrain by placing your cursor over it. Press the X button on an empty space to toggle terrain information and unit icons. Yay! Okay. God, yeah, they're all just gonna go after Edelgard. That's probably not good, but I don't care. She can deal with it. So we just moved everybody out that turn. So her evasion was upped, but it was not enough to stop her from getting hit. The cool thing is that guy blocks any others from attacking her at that point. So that's why that guy moved over and attacked me instead. And that guy can't do anything because he's too far behind.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
Gerald's just gonna sit back there and watch instead of actually helping us, so cool. Okay, combat arts are powerful techniques that use more weapon durability than usual. They do not typically allow for follow-up attacks. Asterisk. Well, typically is in there, so that's fine. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skills go up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith, those skills grant magic instead. Get into that once we have a magic user. Okay, so what I want to do right here is have Byleth take this guy out. I'm going to take a little bit of damage in the process, but it's fine. I'm not going to use a combat art, I don't need to. Look at my rusty sword.
To grow.
Ugh. Let the kids fight, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to have Edelgard take out this guy in front here.
Well, how was that?
Actually, I could have had her just waste a combat art for funsies, but oh well. So now this tile's open, so I could move Dimitri up and have him get the kill, but we should have Claude actually do something. So ranged guys can attack on diagonals, melee attackers cannot, because it counts as 2 spaces. He's gonna take him down pretty far. And we'll have Dimitri finish him up.
Over already.
Classic battle miniskirts, yeah, exactly. Oh, just wait till you see some of the armor we get later on. It's not as bad as some other games, but it's still like... Alright, select the items option to change your equipped weapon or to use items such as the Vulnerary, which restores your unit's hit points. Yay.
Damn, why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Strongly hoping for battle pros, right? Okay, now Gerald's gonna move up. Okay, an item icon on an enemy indicates that you will get the item that is highlighted green and the unit's details display when you defeat them. Okay, cool. So yeah, any bigger guys or bosses have items on them. So I always want to go around this way so that they have to come at me kind of more one-on-one, but that doesn't always work out right, so... Violet can't quite move into the bushes. So I will put her Wow, you got some range. Alright. I mean, I could put her into that one, but I'd rather have Claude move into there. So you can wait. Claude, you hang out. Dimitri, you hang out up here. And Edelgard, you can come block this here. And let's have you heal up. Okay.
What the? Aren't you Gerald the Bladebreaker? What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who
Hey,
should be
Simply
complaining.
Prayer.
I'm caught up
How's
in
it
the
going?
mess you started. Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
You guys watch Lucifer? I started watching it on Friday. It's really good. I've heard it's really good, but we haven't watched it yet. Alright, so we have something called linked attacks. When you attack an enemy that is also in attack range of one or more of your other units, you will trigger a linked attack. Oh, I'm not speaking well today, I'm sorry. During a linked attack, your avoid rate and hit rate are higher than normal. Linked attacks between certain units will also raise might. So yeah, that's what that's supposed to look like, except my camera's blocking my stats. That's okay. Good use of linked attacks is key to defeating powerful enemies. Linked attacks will also build support among the units involved, so yeah, you get the little hearts. So, throughout the game, there are certain units that I will want to get a lot of support. I will get into that a little bit later as to why. For now, let's attack. So, Gerald ran up and smacked him. He's down to half health, which... dang. Can I attack? Okay, Claude can use curved shot here. Now my hit chance is only 79 because Costas here is over in the forest, but I'm gonna try it anyway because why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
Okay, cool. Claude leveled up. That doesn't really help us, but that's okay.
Progress suits me well.
Alright, and we got an iron axe. And we don't get to kill those last two guys because they were back behind the boss. Trisha Helfer said it. Lovely. Did not know that.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning.
Okay.
Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
So she's kind of making this up as she goes along, huh?
was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
She's the only other person in here with me, so I'd better not piss her off.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Thanks for that.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Ah.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
Wondering how much of these options will matter later. Yeah, that varies from conversation to conversation. I'll just stay here and wait to die. It's fine. No. We're gonna go share here and turn back time.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time.
Yep, there go our frames.
Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Do we have to be cryptic, or are we just doing this for funsies? Alright, we've gone back in time.
Hey, over here!
Hi, Claude.
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Alright. Stage complete. Oh look, Dimitri's the MVP! Oh yeah, we're getting 3.5 up right now. Thank you, Sudden Link. Great. Great. That's what we like to see. We're gonna keep going though, out of spite. So, sorry for the delay and buffering. I can't do anything about it, and damn it, I want to stream.
My, thank you so much.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
No.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
He's a stranger to me, I'm a bandit, or that is correct. 3 zeros in the save tab looks so intimidating. Yeah. They know. So I thought this is gonna be the troll answer.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
Oh, we could do it though.
Knights
Gerald,
of
no.
Seros. They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
So Byleth will
I
just
appreciate
zone
your
out.
help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Who should we pick? Seems more the protagonist is Gordon Freeman's daughter. Androstian! Oh, so close! We're just gonna go ahead and,
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
That wasn't the actual decision,
they
by
are
the way.
in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Tell me about Dimitri. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. Let's think about Edelgard. She's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. And she is. Oh my god. And then there's Claude. His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes. Claude is dead
I thought the
inside.
same. I am so sleepy once again.
Oh god.
I may be sleeping, but
Hearing Sotha's yawn is making me need to yawn. Ugh. And save. And here we go. New jump. Yay. Story time.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree.
Alright.
The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Is my camera blocking Edelgard's face? That's fine. And Alois,
This
which
will
is
be
better.
your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
And we're there.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Yep, there she is. That's creepy.
I wonder,
Hello.
did the flow of time bring you here?
What does that mean? Oh.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
That's a professor. Yeah, she teaches like that. Oh.
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Slim Shady! So I can either just say nothing or actually tell her. And of course the option's not going to be there.
A fine name indeed.
But will be pleasant.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Oh god, I gotta work here now. As a mercenary or as a servant? What's going on here? I am the real Slim Shady. You've seen it.
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it.
What?
You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck.
But no, don't leave me with them. Daddy, no!
And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Mrs. Krabappel.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Been here for like 10 minutes.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say, I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Odd ducks,
Have you no
yes.
intention of
Good
changing your
kids.
mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
It'll be fine, Sedith. Calm down. Yeah. Yes, dance! You just have her slowly slide off to the side, or actually make her run. Oh no! It started going fast. Get used to that sound. We'll be hearing it a lot. Where'd he get those? Don't eat in the classroom. That's how you get ants. Bernie hates it. Alright, here's our squad. Sylvain's already getting handsy. Oh, he's so sweaty. Oh. He sweats so hard the frames dropped. And there's Rhea.
Of course.
Okay, so we get to explore now. If you're ever unsure what to do next, look to the left side of the screen. Your current objectives will be displayed there. Okay, so we need to go talk to Rhea.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Alright,
May I ask a favor of you?
Should speak with every student you can. This might be your only chance to see what they're really like before you become a professor. Alright, so we have to go talk to everybody, and once we do that, she will give us a sword and some healing items and a little bit of money. Let's see, consult the quest menu to see the quest you've accepted. The icons beside each quest indicate their status. Icons for essential quests are red. Okay, so we have to run all around the monastery. One, because there are people scattered all around that we need to talk to. 2, because there are also hidden items, and some of them are worth picking up. Others not so much, but...
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Alright. And we will go down to the first floor. So since we're just starting off, there's a lot of the monastery that's actually closed off to us, which is good because this place is actually huge. Fortunately, there's a fast travel, but you can only fast travel to places you've been to before, so we will have to get out and walk around a little bit, get our steps in. Okay, so minimap is up there. That's pretty self-explanatory. Hey, there's Edelgard. Oh, and everyone else is loaded in. And when you walk into a new room, it will give you this little shot here. And look, there's a kitty! Stretch! I love her. So yeah, there are a ton of cats and dogs just chilling around the monastery. And they actually do cat and dog things. This one's just stretching a bunch. We'll find one out in the grass that's just on its back, flailing around. Ash is the best, totally unpretentious. Yeah, okay, I'd agree with that. So we need to talk to Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbauk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Sure. Okay, so This is where we find out about their actual battle stats, and Edelgard will tell us a little bit about everybody. So let's start with her.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Okay, so I am really glad that my camera does not block those stats. This is her initial loadout here. She is a noble. So defining abilities are your passives. She has Imperial Lineage, which multiplies her experience by 1.2. She levels up a little bit faster than everyone else. That's fine. So she is pretty much all about the strength. Her strengths are swords, axes, that flag is leadership, and that helmet there is heavy armor. Weak against arrows and white magic. And let's find out about Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Hubert's kind of a creepy dude, but he's alright. He's also voiced by the same guy who voices Prompto in Final Fantasy 15. Robbie Damon is good. So, he is your mage. Magic is his strength. He can also do archery and leadership. Particularly, he is a black mage. He is weak against axes, flying attacks, and white magic. And he gets an extra 5 might with gambits, which is something that hasn't been explained yet. We'll get to that soon enough. Here is Ferdinand.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugayer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
So, yeah. This is Ferdinand von Eyre. He is a regular lance guy. You usually put him on horseback. Pretty good all-around fighter. As you can see, he has no weaknesses. His defining ability is confidence. He gets extra hit and avoidance when he's at full health. That's pretty great. And here's Linhardt.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Okay, so Linhardt is their healer. And I guess you can also just make him a regular mage as well. So, yeah, he excels in the 2 magics. He doesn't like getting hit with axes or punched in the face, which frankly, who does enjoy that? His special ability is Catnap. If the unit takes no action except wait, recovers up to 10% of its max HP. There's a reason I'm going through and showing you guys all of the other units, though they are not in the house that we're going to pick. You can recruit people, and I like Linhardt quite a bit, so I want to recruit him. We'll get more into that later. And this is also so you can get kind of a feel of who we're dealing with here. So the intro sequence is very long, and this is why I was waiting to have some decent internet before, you know, we try to get through this. Here's Caspar.
He's the second son of Count Bergles. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
which distorts music, making it very creepy. Oh lord, that's fun. Oof. So, Caspar is your little melee slash axe fighter. And his defining ability, adjacent foes suffer avoidance -10 during combat. He's not great against magic, or any high leadership moves. Or rather, leadership's not something he's good at. Leadership moves. What am I doing here? And also, he doesn't like getting hit in the face with arrows. I have recruited Caspar before. We might do it again. We'll see. I'll be kind of sad if we don't, so... Anyway, here's Bernadetta.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry. I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Alright, Bernadetta is super anxiety, super introvert. She's pretty much me, but like amped up. She is also their ranged attacker, and you can also give her lance. So that's pretty nice if she needs to melee anybody, but I wouldn't. Alright, and her defining ability is called Persecution Complex. She gets attack +5 when she's not at full HP, which is most of the time. So if you're using her, kind of want her to go in and take a hit, and then, you know, get her away from danger and have her just take people out from a distance. I kind of want to recruit her as well. I want to recruit everybody, but we'll see what happens.
Few
Give me
commoners
the
have
sad
joined the
girl.
Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Okay, so Dorothea. His ability is Songstress. Adjacent allies recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. That's very strong, and we will be recruiting her, not just for that ability, but for something else that comes back, well, that'll come up later. So, you want to make her a mage, for sure. My second run through, I was actually giving her some more sword abilities, just in case I put her up against someone who was strong against magic. It was okay. She still doesn't take hits very well, though, so... want to keep her at a distance for the most part. And here's Petra.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Petra's pretty neat. She is a pretty good all-around fighter, actually. But she excels at ranged attacks. And her ability is called Hunter's Boon. It grants crit +20 when foe's health is below 50%. So yeah, she's weak against magic, but she's pretty dang good, and I like her a lot. Alright, and that was everybody from the Black Eagles.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Take it up back, Petra's the best. I'm actually very interested in recruiting her because, well, you'll see later. It appears that we're dropping frames again.
Yes.
So, how do I get Dimitri to be my friend? Oh, that's my question right now, too. He can't be your friend, he's gonna be my friend. So there. We're outside, and Claude is out here, and then Dimitri's out there too. And it appears we're dropping frames again, so gonna give that just a second to try to fix itself. In the meantime, look at the kitties! We got kitties! I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be right back. Constant overly cheerful music makes this game a bit too sugary. It gives you Kratos. Oh, don't you worry. Well, this song isn't going away anytime soon. But, there are some that are a little bit less sugary. The cat's not doing anything, which I guess is typical cat behavior, but... Anyway, let's go talk to Claude.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Alright, tell me about yourself, Claude.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
I'm gonna need you to calm down, Claude. Just, no thank you. Okay, so, as we got to see earlier, Claude is our ranger. He has the pretty much same ability as Edelgard, which all of the leaders have that, so that's fine. He just gets extra experience.
Piqued your interest, have I?
Oops.
But what?
Nope. Quiet, Claude. Wrong button. Alright, here's our next guy.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Lawrence, buddy, what the hell is that haircut? Oh. Okay, so he's your mounted spear guy. He can also learn a little bit of black magic, which is fine. His ability is called Distinguished House. Unit deals 2 extra damage while in formation with a battalion. We'll get into that later. Let's move on to Raphael.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Will someone get him a shirt that fits, please? Okay, so he's your heavy armor melee axe guy. And his defining ability is called Goodie Basket. Chance to recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. Trigger percent equals his luck stat, so gotta get that luck up, and he'll keep finding snacks.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
So yeah, that's a thing. This is another guy with a questionable haircut. But yeah, he's a ranger. He's got a watchful eye, which grants hit plus 20. That's pretty much it. Dude really likes art. We'll find out about that later, though. Next we have Lysithea.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Claude is a troll, and that's amazing. But, we'll have to, explore that a little bit on one of our other playthroughs. Wake against angels. There we go. No, those are flying units. Angel horses. Alright, she has an ability called Mastermind, which doubles skill experience earned in battle. So that's actually pretty good. But her strengths are magic and leadership. And any other attacks she's not so great at.
Lysithea is the daughter.
Oh, wrong button. Quiet, Claude. Alright, then we have Marianne.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Alright, Marianne is... I believe she's their healer. I really don't know too much about Marianne. It looks like she has a lot of strengths here, so yeah, she's got healing, swords, she can be a mounted unit, either regular or flying. And let's see, her ability is called Animal Friend. The unit recovers up to 20% of max HP at the start of each turn when adjacent to a cavalry or flying ally. Okay, cool. So yeah, Marianne keeps to herself mostly, and I really don't know too much about her. The fandom really likes her though, so... She's the youngest one, but her strength is leadership. Sounds plausible. She's very bossy. Just wait till we go talk to her. Oh. And here's Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
I'm sorry, Goneril sounds like an STD. I think of that every time I hear her name, and I'm like, oh! I just can't separate that in my mind, I'm sorry. Alright, Hilda's defining ability is Advocate. Adjacent male allies deal 3 extra damage during combat. Interesting. So she excels with spears and axes, and she's not great against healing magic. And she's not very great at being a leader. That's fine. She's only a noble. Who needs leadership skills? Yeah, I didn't see that coming, huh? And then here's Leonie.
Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Okay, so, she doesn't have any weaknesses, but you can give her a lance, you can give her a bow, and put her on a horse, and she's good to go. Alright, she has an ability called Rivalry. If a male ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. There you go. We'll discover something else about her in a little bit, which is why I don't pay attention to her too much. We'll get into that. Anyway, that is the Golden Deer party there.
Yeah.
So we need to go speak to Dimitri and see what's up, and then we can go actually talk to all of these people. Dimitri is already apologizing.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the blue lions catch your attention?
Oh, just the one. Is this something kinky? It's never stated in game that it is, but one could possibly interpret it that way. Oh. Nah, you'll see what it is, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, here's Dimitri. Tell me about yourself.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
And then we get no further details. Thanks, Dimitri. Okay, so swords, spears, and leadership are his strengths. He's not great against axes or magic. And he, of course, has the 1.2 experience multiplier. And there's our boy. There's Dimitri. God, I want to fix his hair. Get it out of your face.
Hello.
Anyway. Let's learn about Dedu.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
I love Dedu so much. So much. We're dropping frames again. Fantastic. Hold up, let's see what we're getting right now. Okay, his ability is called Staunch Shield. If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. Okay, Dedu is our tank. If you couldn't guess that from his stature here. He's good with lances, axes, heavy armor, and punching. We make him our melee guy, and he is pretty much unstoppable, with the exception of putting him up against magic people. Not great against mounted units either, but that's okay. We're getting 3.11 up right now. Very great. Very great. Hope you guys aren't buffering repeatedly. Anyway, yeah, Dedu is wonderful, and I love him. And that's it. Let's move on to Felix.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Okay, I'm gonna be totally real here. Felix is a little shit at the beginning of this game. And then kind of toward the end of the game. Now, he's got an attitude, but you'll understand why later. His ability is called Lone Wolf. Unit deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when battalion endurance is 0, so we will never be assigning him a battalion ever. His strengths are swords, bows, and melee. His weaknesses right now are magic and leadership. So as you level up leadership, you have access to better battalions. Since he doesn't need any, since he's got that lone wolf thing, we're not even gonna bother leveling any of that up with him. Just not worth it. There is something interesting that will be explained later. Just remember that his weakness is magic here, particularly reason. Well, I guess that has both books on it, huh? Let's move on. Here's Ash. Ash is a precious baby, and I love him.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So yeah, Ash is our ranger. You can give him axes as well. I don't know if I want to mess with any of that. It would be good to have a little bit, just so he's not screwed if he has to do any melee fighting, but we'll see. So his defining ability is Lockpick. Allows unit to open doors and chests without keys. Ash is good to have around. He's weak to magic though, so you want to keep him away from that. But look at him! He's so precious! Oh. And here's Sylvain.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Can't really tell, I see mostly pixel cubes. Yeah, I'm sorry. This doesn't appear to be, letting up at all, which is great. That's what we want. It's great when the internet doesn't work. Alright, so, as Dimitri just mentioned, Sylvain is a skirt chaser. His ability is called Philanderer. If a female ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. It's, exactly the same as Leonie's, rivalry thing, except, you know, for, female allies. His strengths are, axes, spears, I guess lances, rather, and, horseback, so we're gonna put him on a horse. And we'll do something else with him, too. Don't worry about it. 3.5, that's better than it was earlier. Ugh. Alright, next is our healer, Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
So yeah, Mercedes is a sweetie. She takes care of everybody. That's Cole, yeah. Ash is kind of a little bit like Cole, isn't he? Oh man, the stream is very behind. Oh. Alright, so Mercedes has a very interesting story that Dimitri kind of touched on right now. We'll learn more about that now. Oh, in a little bit. Thank you, brain. Her strengths are magic, both kinds. Yeah, reason is the symbol with the 2 books. I'm just going insane here. Ugh, anyway. Her defining ability is called Live to Serve. When healing an ally with white magic, a unit recovers the same amount of HP. That's pretty dang good. Because she cannot take hits very well at all. Look at all those weaknesses. Ugh. But yeah, Mercedes is pretty great. And then here's her bestest friend, Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Yeah, she explodes the kitchen quite frequently. That's kind of the thing that she does for fun, I guess. And that's a cutie. She's a bit scatterbrained, but she's trying her damnedest, and that's all we can ask of her. Alright, her ability is called Perseverance. So this is actually not a passive. You can do this, well, rather, it's available to you. So, if she's not attacking, you can go and put her next to a unit and use something called Rally. Wow. Rally! To grant strength to an ally. I was reading both of those words at once. Help. So yeah. If you're not planning on having her attack that turn, it's a really good idea to have her go ahead and move first. So someone who is going to attack can get that little strength buff. And we can give her axes and leadership, which we will be working on. Last is Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
So these guys can die for the rest of the game if you choose Classic. Yep, that is correct. And that is why I will never choose Classic. Because I'm way too attached to all of these characters. Well, I say all, there's a couple that I kind of don't care about, but I will be sure to point those out later. That's Dagna. Yeah, really. Anyway, here's Ingrid. I will refer to her as Beep Boop because a lot of her lines are delivered kind of funkily. And by funkily, I mean they have, like, no emotion to them whatsoever. Which, I blame the voice directors for that and not necessarily the voice actress. There's a couple that are really bad. The others are passable, but a lot of the time it's like, okay, she's pretty much a robot. Anyway, her ability is called Lady Knight. She gets Might +3 and Hit +5 with Gambits. And again, we'll get into those later. She has no weaknesses at this point. We are going to make her a flyer because she gets God tier if you give her a lance and put her on a Pegasus. You'll see. It's pretty wild.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay, since we have spoken to all of the house leaders, we have completed this quest. And we don't even have to go back and talk to her to finish it, do we? We don't. Hey. I suppose I should return to Rhea. No. We're gonna continue exploring. We're gonna go talk to everybody. And we're gonna look at the kitty. Aww. Look at him go. You gonna roll around on your back? Okay, just sit there. So, this is the Black Eagles classroom. We're going to talk to everybody in here. Let's start with Petra.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard.
Or Hubert.
I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
So yeah, that's Hubert and Petra. So yeah, as they mentioned, Petra is from an island a little bit off to the south. They speak a different language there, so she's still learning the language they speak here. I don't know if it's ever actually called anything, but she's doing a dang good job. And she's adorable, and I love her. Alright, Caspar and Linhart are over here hanging out.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhart, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhart. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
I want to recruit both of them. Oh god, I love them. I think the stream is so behind by now that you've already started the Wednesday stream. Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah, we have been in the red this entire time. Once we speak to everybody, I'm actually gonna wrap it up today because this is not... this is not good. Alright, here's Dorothea.
Well now, you don't have a familiar face. What brings you here?
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Alright. That was short and sweet.
Oh. What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right?
I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Okay, so that part when he goes, I am Ferdinand von Eyre. That is one of his attack lines. You'll hear him say that over and over and over and over again. But not during this playthrough, because we're not picking these guys. But when we do our Black Eagles run, so, you know, start preparing yourself now. And this is just some random person.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
So yeah, something kind of funny. All of the background students usually have brown hair and brown eyes, and there's not really anything remarkable about them.
Okay. This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
So yeah. Here's Sylvain, ready to greet us. And as you can see on the right side of the screen, anytime you walk into a room and there's someone that you can interact with who has a name and definable features, it will be announced on the side over there, so you make sure not to miss them.
Well, well, it must be my lucky day today, being approached by such a beauty. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Okay, that was relatively tame.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
I want to hug you both. I love them so much.
Ah.
Yes.
Felix, Ingrid, and Sylvain are old friends. That's actually kind of important.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Beep boop. I'm sorry, it really bothers me because I like Ingrid a lot too, but oh.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, Mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Minette. It's nice to meet you.
Alright, so they hang out quite a bit.
Hey, hey.
Talk to everybody? Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright, finally, let's go talk to the Golden Deer.
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Alright.
Hi. Hey. What do you think?
Ah, you must be that renowned mercenary. Perhaps you'd like to join me for a cup of tea sometime. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Hi.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
I forget how old Lysithia actually is. I want to say she's like 14, something like that. The age of these students varies quite a bit. Most of them are kind of in the 17 to 20 range. I think Mercedes is like 20 something right now. I think Mercedes is the oldest. Hi, Wes. We are dropping frames pretty significantly. My apologies.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
So she has introduced herself to our father's first and greatest apprentice. After we learned that he hasn't been seen around the monastery in 21 years. She's like 20. This is basically Hogwarts, isn't it? Kinda. Alright, who else do we need to talk to? Here we go. Marianne and Hilda.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund. Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something?
Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
I'm sorry. Goneril. It kills me. Let's go ahead and continue exploring, and then we'll go back to Rhea. Leonie is so friendly. That's the noble Lady Hilda, isn't it? It sure is. There's nothing decipherable written on this blackboard.
What do you think?
Okay, where else can we go? We can't go any further this way. I don't have business here yet. That's the dining hall! I'm hungry now! I think that's the dining hall. I've spent so much time running around here and I still get, like, super turned around.
Right.
All of you are shocked, I'm sure. Just look at how many kitties are here! Oh, look at that one! It curled up! Aww. And there's a dog over there chilling with that guard. You gonna bark for us? Good boy.
What?
Oh yeah, and then here's this guy. We've got the Phantom of the Opera over here.
What do you want? I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
Okay. Oh, Kitty's tired.
Yes.
Okay.
A moment, please.
Captain Gerald has returned. Gerald's a good man. Cool. And we can't go anywhere else here. That leads us back to Edelgard. Can I go to the second floor? Oh my god, it will let me.
Hi.
So I suppose that's where I need to be going anyway. Ah, let's go talk to Cyril.
I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks. Okay, now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
Guy doesn't waste time and immediately hits on you. Oh yeah. We're gonna have a lot of fun with Sylvain.
What happened?
Daddy's not happy to be back here. But look at the office they gave him. This is his old office. This place is huge.
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years. I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Alright. And this is Seth's office. He's not here right now because he's busy hanging out with Rhea. Which is usually the case. Hanneman, what's up?
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Okay. He has a crest analyzer. Violet investigated the crest analyzer. Thanks, game. What could this crest be? Okay, so crests are a thing in this game. They'll explain it some more, so don't worry. Trust me, it will come up often. Yeah, let's go check out how Mrs. Kerbopple's doing.
Hello, Professor. Dropping by so soon? Are you ill? This is the infirmary, you know. If you're ever wounded or sick, do feel free to drop by. Or if you would like a nice cup of tea. Would you? Well, some other time.
Alright. Our infirmary only has 2 beds. It's kind of weak, but alright. Blessings of the goddess upon you. Cool. Kitty! Aww. Okay, here are some rooms that we can't go into yet. Just making sure there aren't any items back here, which I don't think there are until we come back and explore later, but... There's one NPC who says something funny every time we walk by, and I was hoping to get that, but she didn't do it this time.
Welcome to the library. Here you may find literature from the far reaches of Fodlan. I am Tomas, the librarian. If you have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for... I have lost track of the decades, it seems.
So yeah, there's the library. We're not allowed in there yet. Don't worry about it. And that's just where that ends. So let's go speak to Rhea. Yeah!
Let's see.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Because we definitely don't want to assign the teacher to their specific teaching strengths. Alright, so here are our options. This is the actual choice. We have the Adrestian Empire Black Eagle House. A house for students from the Adrestian Empire. You don't say. Many are nobility, and most of them use magic. We will be recruiting all of their house except Hubert. No. I gotta decide who to take. There's one that's definite. Okay, I think I've picked. Alright, we have the Holy Kingdom of Vargas Blue Lion House. House for students from the Kingdom of Vargas. Most value chivalry and excel in military arts. Yes, these are our babies. And we will ignore Sylvain's advances. Because there will be many of them. And here's our last look at Claude and the deer. As per regional tradition, many are skilled archers. So yeah, the general advice for people going into this game for the very first time is to play with the Blue Lions to get used to just how the game works, get all the basic strats down. As well as for plot reasons, it's a good reason to start with this house. And then the next course of action is usually over here with the magic users and the Black Eagles. And then for your third run, you want to go Golden Deer. We mentioned earlier there is a 4th path. We'll get into that later. And then there's also DLC, so... We're going to be seeing this game quite a bit. For now, we're just going to play with the Blue Lions. I will mention this is the only path that I have actually completed. So anything that happens on the other sides, I have no idea about, aside from what I've been spoiled by online.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Yup.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
All right.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Look at these nerds. I love them.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
It's fine.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
No!
Such benevolence is a sight to behold. I don't suppose you would care to join me for tea. We could discuss education and marriage.
Control yourself, Sylvain. I have more important matters to discuss with our new professor. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh, I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Sylvain, stop hitting on her. I want to fight her first, says Felix. Oh my god, so I've just talked to Yuritsa in my preview here. Ah, guys. Ugh, I'm sorry. There are new places to explore in the monastery. Hey, we got 1,000 gold. Cool. Is this more cutscene?
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
And I have one of those?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Sure, let's look into that some more.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Ahem. Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
Okay, bye.
I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Still here, Hanneman. Just gonna go now. Okay, and time has passed.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
There we go. The monastery schedule features different events on different days. Each week you will have one day off, where you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be explore. So we get to run around the monastery some more. Select the calendar with the directional buttons to view the schedule. Okay, so Sundays are our off days. And as I mentioned before, the only thing you can do is explore right now. There's something we get a little bit later called Seminar. Pretty much just levels up some other people's skills. We can go battle, which we'll need to do plenty because, well, we gotta get that experience up. And, we could also rest, which I really don't do often. I really only do that if I need to get some allied motivation up. If we're like running dangerously low, but again, that will be explained more later. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and hit menu. We're going to save. And yeah, we're gonna call it there for today because we haven't even gone back to talk to Rhea at this point in the preview. And we are still dropping frames. We are up to 32% frame droppage, so I'm gonna do my thing where I actually I can't return to this menu, main menu from here. Because this game does not let you do that. So yeah, I guess we're gonna sit here on the calendar screen while we let the capture catch up. Because, yeah, we're speaking to Tomas right now. So, schedule is going to be all over the place this week. I will actually update my offline image because we're still having plenty of difficulty with the internet. I don't know when it will be fixed, if ever. So, I'm gonna stream whenever I can get decent numbers for my upload. Which is gonna suck because, well, this isn't gonna work because the stream's already super far behind, so I can't really talk to you guys. But yeah, if I end up having to stream like way later in the day, don't worry. There are VODs. I will also be archiving this to YouTube as well. So things are gonna suck a little bit and be a little weird for a while until the internet gets fixed, unfortunately. And we can't really do anything about it from our end other than, you know, keep contacting Sunlink until something gets done. So, yeah. But I appreciate your patience, so thanks for being here today, guys. As usual, I'll keep you updated on Twitter. And yeah, things are gonna be kind of wild for a little bit, but we're gonna try to keep going. I'm gonna try not to get too upset and just, you know, power through it. Okay, I'm gonna let the stream catch up now. Looks like we are talking to Rhea again, finally. Gonna turn off my face cam, and I'll be hanging out in chat for a little bit. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Take care of yourselves. If the internet is looking good, we'll be back. I may stream tomorrow, since we've been missing so much lately. If it's not, we'll be back on Wednesday. So, I'll keep you updated. See you later. Hello, Red. You came in right at the end. Oh no.